Most of you right now are getting pulled in 10 different directions. Crypto, e-com, AI tools, TikTok shop, real estate with no money down. Everyone's telling you where to put your money. Almost no one is telling you how to become actually valuable. If you're about to graduate high school, you're already out of it, or somewhere under 25, listen closely, because if you don't learn sales, someone else will always be deciding your pay, your options, and the direction of your life. In Australia, there's this one test at the end of high school called an ATAR that basically tells you where you're supposed to land in life, if you're going to be a failure or if you're going to be a success. I scored 46.1 out of 100. Essentially, I failed. On paper, that did not open many doors. I remember sitting there the morning, staring at this score, thinking, this is it. My life is over. My mates went straight to university. I had to take a different path. I sat a separate entry test. I stumbled on through the back door into university and find myself studying marketing. And while I was studying, I was working under fluorescent lights in a supermarket, stacking shelves at a grocery store doing the night shift. That supermarket, though, became my first classroom, not because of the grades, for the people. I'm pushing the same trolley down the same aisle for what literally felt like the 1,000th time. But while my hands were stacking shelves, my mind was somewhere else. I kept thinking, there has to be more than this. This cannot be my life for the next 40 years. What I was learning in marketing lectures during the day, I was actually watching play out in real life at night. Who picked the premium brand products? Who was hesitating? Who was unsure if they were gonna make a purchase? Who made emotional decisions and then justified them logically? That's when I stopped seeing customers and I started seeing patterns in human behavior. I didn't know it yet, but that was the beginning of me becoming a salesperson. One day I took a role in marketing, and very quickly, my boss at the time saw something in me that even I didn't fully see yet. He pulled me closer to the sales side of the business. Within 2 weeks, I'm not doing any marketing. I'm full-time a sales rep. I was obsessed. There was no safety net. I had no guarantee. I had zero experience, and I had no idea what the outcome would look like. Just me, my voice, and whether I could lead another human being through a decision. For someone who struggled in school, that probably should have been terrifying, but it wasn't, because I was already obsessed with people. Before I say anything else, I want you to really understand this part. In my first 8 months, I was involved in producing just under $4 million in sales. I wasn't chasing commissions. I didn't even earn commissions during that period. I wanted to understand how conversations actually worked, why certain questions opened people up, why others shut them down and their guard remained high. I wrote down the phrases that made people lean in, and that's when I realized something important. Skill alone isn't enough. If you don't understand leverage, if you don't have a framework, other people will benefit more from your obsession than you do. For me, that looked like finding Jeremy Minor and NEPQ. I stopped winging conversations and started mastering them. I literally went from stacking shelves and guessing my way through conversations to walking into conversations knowing how to slow down, how to guide the prospect, how to help people make clear decisions that's in their best interests. Jeremy says this all the time. Is sales something you do to people or something you do for people? See, your job isn't to convince someone. Your job starts when they stay. See, when I first started, I was very young and I was speaking to high net worth individuals, and I felt because I was younger, who was I to actually speak to these human beings? But I realized it doesn't matter what industry you're in, and it doesn't matter how old you are. What matters is how you show up in conversations. When I started using NEPQ, everything for me slowed down. It gave me the confidence that it didn't matter who I was, it just mattered who I showed up as on that conversation. You can win without negotiating your integrity. If you can't persuade, you get persuaded. You accept the salary that's offered. I became someone who could help generate tens of millions in revenue because I chose to master sales. Everything downstream changes. You stop hoping for outcomes, you start creating them. You ask better questions. You stop over-explaining. You can learn technical skills later. You can invest later. You can build assets later, but if you don't learn how to communicate, persuade, and lead conversations, you'll always be dependent on someone who can. Sales is the tool of liberation. I literally went from failing high school, stacking shelves in the supermarket, to closing tens of millions in deals and taking control of my life. If you want real control over yours, it starts with mastering sales, not the loud, pushy version, the one that nobody wants to be, but the version that understands people, leads them, and leaves them better than they found them. That's the path no exam can ever take away from you. And 2026 is the year you either learn this or you keep letting other people make decisions for you.